CityCast Boise is brought to you by WestVet. At WestVet, they know pets aren't like family, they are family. That's why they provide expert, compassionate veterinary care 24 hours a day, 365 days a year for cats and dogs. WestVet Boise and WestVet Meridian offer the region's most comprehensive emergency and specialty care from board-certified veterinarians and an expert caregiver team. WestVet can also help your pet with unexpected, non-critical conditions with their urgent care program. Visit westvet.net to find care you can count on from the team that is leading specialty healthcare for pets.
Today on CityCast Boise, our food scene's kind of having a bagel moment. Goldstein's Bagels is one of a couple new shops that's opened in the last year or two. Owner Jamie Goldstein is here to tell us what makes a true New York-style bagel. Plus, she shares a surprising take on scooped-out bagels. It's Wednesday, January 10th. I'm Frankie Barnhill, and this is what Boise's talking about. Jamie, so good to have you on CityCast Boise.
Thanks for having me, Frankie. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, and when I first reached out to have you on the podcast, I was like, hey, National Bagel Day is coming up, January 15th. And you didn't know about National Bagel Day, or you kind of said, oh, I just learned about this, which I kind of love and respect. I thought that was sweet.
Thank you. Well, we knew it was Martin Luther King Day.
Yes.
And we knew we would plan to be busier regardless, because our shop is always busy on days when families don't have their kids in school. And then add to the mix National Bagel Day. So it's going to be an extra exciting Monday.
Are you doing any specials or anything, or just every day is special because you have a bagel shop?
Yeah, every day is special these days. I think our biggest hope for National Bagel Day and Martin Luther King Day this year will be to not sell out, keep all your favorite flavors throughout the day, and be staffed a little bit more than we would be on a normal Monday.
Is selling out a bad thing? I feel like selling out would be a good thing.
It's, that's how we feel. We used to feel like, yes, selling out. That usually really makes people excited. They know they're in the right place. This place can't keep up with my amount of everything bagels. That must mean they're amazing. However, people really get upset when you don't have the exact flavor that they want. So we try to keep it stocked throughout the day and keep them fresh and hot throughout the afternoon so that people don't get disappointed.
How incredible that you've created a shop that people can already be disappointed if their favorite order or favorite bagel isn't in.
Tell me about it. It's a remarkable thing to watch. And you'll be like, well, what about, sesame? That's my favorite. And they're like, but it doesn't have all the other seasonings. I need to have everything. I mean, the fascination and obsession with everything bagels is hard to believe.
Is that the most popular one then at your shop?
I would say everything, which we offer 3 options of. We do egg everything, pumpernickel everything, and plain everything. So we're usually covered on one of the everythings, but plain is obviously the tried and true classic for most people. So I would say that is probably up there, the most popular. And fortunately, salt is right behind it. We do a black lava salt bagel, and that really gets people. So luckily, we do have a really close runner up, but those are probably our top 2 currently.
Well, about a year and a half ago, you guys opened, Goldstein's Bagels and Bialys opened in downtown. How's it going?
It's going fantastic. It has been one of the craziest years of mine and my partner's life, not to be overshadowed by the fact that we also had a child in the last 5 months.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But opening the shop was amazing. It was a long time dream come true for both of us.
Any big goals for 2024? I know you said it's you're busy all the time, so hard to reflect, and maybe goal planning is tricky. I don't know.
So there's, this dream that we had from before we even opened the bagel shop, that we'd be able to offer even more restaurant or cafe style sort of comfort food. That could mean matzo ball soup. It could mean knishes. It could mean pastrami sandwiches, the nice big, if you've ever been to New York and gone to a Jewish deli, they have these monster sized pastrami sandwiches, and that's the goal, right? So doing foods like that would make us really happy, and we'd love to sort of branch out from just the traditional deli counter with and bagel shop, which we currently are. However, we love that as well. So the opportunity to bring more food like that would be something exciting that hopefully we can make happen in 2024.
Are you talking about a different location then that would be specializing in those elements of Jewish comfort food?
Possibly. We have the ability to do some of that in our shop.
Man, on a short list of things I would love to see, this is my selfish. Yeah, I would love to see a Jewish deli with like classic Jewish fare in Boise, I think.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. So your shop, for those who don't know, it's in downtown. It's kitty corner from the library, basically on the ground floor of the Afton condo building. Describe your shop for people who haven't been there.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked, because our shop, one of the things that I was really passionate about, and Lucas never really understood. We met in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. So he and I, obviously got bagels at the local bagel shop all the time. And whenever I would say, yes, they're delicious, great, but it's not a New York style bagel shop. And he never really understood until I took him to New York with me for the first time. And I brought him to the shop that I grew up working at as a teenager. And he said, oh, okay, this is what the shop needs to be if we want to be more authentic to what your New York style is and what you want to bring out West. And that is like bright bagels on display, food on display in deli cases, stocked so that you can choose what you want with your eyes, not just reading off a menu. A traditional bagel shop in New York, at least when I was there before, maybe they've gotten a little bit trendier in recent years with some of the more common chains, but you didn't need a menu. You walked into any bagel shop or your friend said, hey, I'm going to go grab a bagel. What do you want? You rattled off your bagel order. You knew it by heart. It didn't have to have a name or like a signature sandwich. And obviously we have a lot of fun with our signature sandwiches. If you're familiar with our menu, we really do enjoy building them and naming them and having a really fun, lighthearted time doing that. But like in true New York shop form, you go in, you want white fish salad, these veggies, this bagel, scoop it out, don't scoop it out, whatever you want. We don't get offended by it. So those kind of options where no one's really rolling your eyes at you for asking for a specific thing, that's kind of like the dream. And also we wanted a space where people could spend time, feel welcome, help themselves to, coffee refills, water refills, just spend time, bring your laptop, hang out at the counter, get to know the staff. And I think in a lot of ways we've achieved that. So it makes me really proud.
So you came into a local scene in Boise that had pretty much the same bagel shop options for at least 15 years. And what did you see that made you feel like opening a New York style bagel shop in 2022 at that point in downtown was exactly what the city needed?
We felt it needed modern take, which is interesting because technically what we're doing in New York isn't modern, right? It's been around forever. But out here, it felt like besides the appearance and the comfort level of being in the shop, we felt like nobody was actually doing a New York style bagel with a nice crispy exterior, a nice dense interior bagel, a really heavy amount of cream cheese. We probably put 3 times the amount of cream cheese on our bagel than a lot of other places, which I consider a plus. And once you've been in once and you say you want a light schmear, we'll just do it less next time, which is totally fine. But we'd rather people have the appropriate amount, in my opinion.
The right amount. Yeah.
the right amount. Yeah. And just really good grab and go accessible food, someplace that you can go with your kids when you're in a rush, somewhere you can be in and out of in 10 minutes, maybe not on a Saturday, but many days during the week, you can be in and out before your free 20 minutes on the meter expires.
That's the standard metric in downtown Boise, as you know.
Yeah, we were here a few years before we opened the shop, and I had a young child at the time, and we'd be out doing, I can't tell you how many times we were doing story time at the library. And I always wanted something quick to grab before going home for nap time. And there are places around town that do nice sandwiches, don't get me wrong, but there was no really easy, quick in and out place where I could bring my son, where I knew he could get something he liked, I could get something I liked. There was no place that just felt oh, we can make a lunch date here. The kids can have a tantrum. It doesn't really matter. We just wanted an accessible I don't know if we realized it was bagel specific, but that was where our passions lied. And we wanted to bring something that was family friendly.
Yeah, so interesting that you mentioned the family-friendly piece because, Boise is considered like one of the most family-friendly cities in America, right? But that you were finding that, it'd be nice to have just another option. Which leads me, I guess, my next question, which you've kind of alluded to it, but why Boise? What brought you to Boise specifically?
We were in Jackson, Wyoming for probably the last between 15, 20 years between my partner and I. And we started kind of craving something a little bit bigger than Jackson, with a little bit more opportunity. Jackson's an amazing place. We had a great time. We both worked in fine dining restaurants there and really, really had like a wonderful family, a group of friends kind of world. But we wanted like something a little bit bigger. And on weekends, we would start driving here. It was 6 hours away. But when you live in Jackson, everything's far away. So that was like nothing. We'd come here just for a long weekend. And we really loved what we saw. We thought that the food scene was starting to boom a little bit. And we loved mid-century modern homes, which we were really drawn to. So we started sort of like playing around, looking at that. And then one thing led to another. And we found a home we really loved. And we were trying to build our family. And we thought, you know what? Let's try and make this happen. It was just really hard to find a good commercial space in Jackson for what we wanted to do. And we found we had a feeling we'd be able to find it here, and we got really fortunate. I mean, it took a lot of searching, but we found what we think is the perfect space.
You kind of mentioned this already too, but so you've been around town for a year and a half-ish, and as far as being in the shop, but how long have you actually been in Boise?
Oh, so we probably moved here around 2018.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your take on Boise's food scene and tastes? Like, we're not known for being the most inventive or adventurous, but maybe that's changing. What do you think?
I don't want to offend anybody. I think it is changing, and I think there is a desire for it. But it's not all the way there yet. We're really grateful to some of the places that are working to bring better food here, more adventurous foods, just more even like ethnic foods. And, we definitely frequent a lot of the ones that are doing it great. And we're super proud of them. And people come to visit, we always know, which restaurants we want to take them to.
Any you want to shout out? What are a couple of your faves?
Yeah, I mean, Kin is obviously fantastic. We've been following them for years. We're really proud to be in the same category as our friends Good Times Bagels. We're really happy we think that, the more bagel shops, the better. Let's show Boise what bagels are all about. They can be different styles. So we have a really good relationship with them, and we're happy that they're here in town.
That's great that you have a good relationship with Good Times. They're another kind of new era, new to Boise bagel shop that came up around the same time as yours.
Yeah, we didn't know each other before, but we are very friendly with them now.
Yeah, Boise's in its bagel era is what I like to say. That's how it feels.
That's a good sign, right?
Yeah. Okay, what's your bagel order? What do you eat?
Gosh, these days, so while I was pregnant, I couldn't eat smoked fish, unfortunately. You can eat kippered salmon, but you can't eat Novolok. So I've had to kind of come back hard with like the Fishman and the Lights Out Louie to make up for all that lost time of while I couldn't eat it. But if it is a Saturday morning, or maybe I've had a few drinks the night before and I need something to get me through, I am currently obsessed with the New Mexican Cousin.
Ooh, what's that one?
It has hatch chilies, a little bit of garlic scallion cream cheese. It also has an egg, obviously, a little bit of Munster cheese,
nice.
Microgreens, and Chipotle mayo. And I like to add a sausage patty to it. Bacon would work too.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah.
It would really do a nice job soaking up.
Yeah.
Okay, you alluded to this already, but I do need to bring up the scooped bagel debacle from last year where, this viral moment where an LA guy, a man from LA was in New York City and he ordered a scooped out bagel and it just caused such an uproar. And the big headline was that this guy doesn't know what he's doing ordering this from a New York bagel shop. You're a New York bagel style shop, but you're okay with scooped out bagels?
I do not find any offense to it whatsoever. I started working at a bagel shop when I was 14 years old. And it was not a big deal. People came in all the time asking for scooped out or whatever, half scooped out. Like, I swear it was not a big deal. Honestly, to me, I sometimes scoop it because it just gives me more room for my topping. Like,
Sure.
if I'm having a whitefish salad sandwich, I want the whitefish to fill in the crevices. I want to have room for the vegetables, and I don't want it coming out the sides.
Okay, you won't be offended. Good to know. Good to know.
Maybe I should make a signature sandwich and with a scooped out sandwich. I mean, that's kind of a good idea.
Ooh, there it is. If someone comes in the shop and they're, like curious about some of the what Boise would probably term more inventive or, not things that Boiseans aren't used to seeing, like whitefish salad, right? What would you? But they're interested in trying it. What would you say? Hey, try this whitefish salad. What would you point people to?
For sure. So we chose to do whitefish salad instead of tuna salad, for example, because everyone knows tuna salad. Whitefish is like the cousin of that, but like so much better. It's got a better flavor. And I don't know, for me, that's what I grew up always having in my refrigerator. So we, a lot of times people will come in asking for, well, not anymore. I think we've really converted a lot of people to whitefish, for example, but we offer tastes of everything in our case. So if there's anything, even lox, if you're like, I've never had that, I'm scared to commit to it. Like, I will give you, a bite of lox. So a lot of times we push people towards the fish. If they're coming in and they're like, what are you known for? What can I get anywhere else? We want them to try the fish. The kippered salmon is one of the most delicious things we have in the store. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
No, but I want to try it now. It sounds so good.
Yeah, so lox, more people know, and is awesome. It's got more of like that sashimi raw texture. It's like got a buttery flavor. It's so wonderful. It goes great on any bagel. The kippered salmon is a hot smoked salmon, so it's a little flakier, and it's got more of the texture of like a cooked salmon that more people are familiar with. And it is so good. It is featured on one of our sandwiches, but regardless, you're welcome to taste it or buy it by the pound and bring it home and do whatever you like with it.
Can I ask, what are bialys? Bialys? How do you say it?
Yes, bialys. Thank you for asking. Bialys, have you not had one yet?
I haven't.
Oh, okay. So please get one next time you come in.
Okay.
Even bialys are amazing. They're a little bit lighter than a bagel. It's a Polish type of bread with a crater in the middle instead of a hole. It's got some poppy seeds and caramelized onions traditionally. Some places in New York that are making bialys might offer you different flavors, but the classic is caramelized onions and poppy seeds. And you can eat them the same way you'd eat a bagel, as a sandwich, but also for some reason, they really lend themselves to just like being toasted with butter. So you can just like do it really simple as well. Each one is made by hand individually. You can't use the bagel former for it. So they're really a true labor of love. We produce fewer than we do bagels, and they're a little bit more of a niche product, but we really want everybody to try them and enjoy them. So I highly recommend getting bialys. It's the one bread that we sell that I recommend toasted no matter how fresh they are. There's something about crisping it up a little bit. Whereas bagels, I think if they're fresh, do not need to be toasted.
Yeah.
That's a big point of contention in the bagel world.
I bet. Oh my gosh. Jamie, thank you so much. This has been so much fun. And congrats on the shop being open for about 1.5 years, and happy National Bagel Day.
Thank you so much. Thanks for thinking of us. And I can't wait to get a bialy in your hands. Let me know what you think about it.
Absolutely. All right, that's all for today here on CityCast Boise. What's your favorite bagel order in town? Send us an email, boise@citycast.fm. And while you're at it, be sure to subscribe to our Hey Boise newsletter. We have all kinds of food news in there every week. See you back here tomorrow. Bye.